Are you working? What kind of work do you do? What is it you want to do when you grow up?
Hey yo, I'm gonna be on TikTok. That's all my eyes can see. Victory is mine. Yes.
Welcome to another edition of Who's That DJ? I'm JSG, and as you know, I'm going around the country talking to different DJs, different kind of setting today for a few different reasons. But I'm here with, turns out to be my cousin, DJ-XRATED. What's happening, guys?
Going, bro. Good.
Yeah, man, blessed. I'm blessed.
Okay.
Cool. So normally, how we start the show is we get the DJ to introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Tell them a little bit about you and like your origin story, like how you got into DJing, etc.
Alright, so I'm DJ-XRATED. I've been DJing now 17 years, literally since I was 13 years old. I got into DJing from listening to like So Solid on a Sunday, that pre-garage grime era, where it was a bit crossover. I used to listen to them on a Sunday and be like, you know what, I could do that. We used to go to the record shop after school. I didn't even have decks, but I used to look in the bargain bucket and buy records. And it was not until that Christmas that year, the year I turned 13, my mum bought me some decks.
And techniques or?
Nah, they were Newmark 2210s, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
I still got one of them upstairs actually. And yeah, I sat and practiced with them same two records for time until I learned how to beat match and actually mix.
Yeah.
And then I just never looked back from there. I started doing youth clubs, going to different youth clubs. I went to like Avenues, I was going to like Harrow Club, even one had around here called the Friday Club as well. And we was just going to different places, just showing our talent, like a couple of friends MCing and so forth. And then we started going into like pirate radio.
Okay.
So we was on like Freeze FM, Laylo FM, you had Unique FM, we was on a couple of those as well. Then it started growing in that grime era where we started to get linked with some of the West lot down in like Mozart and so forth, where we was going Avenues Youth Club. And that's what kind of like, that was like the home of Musical Mob, the ones that made Pulse X. So they thought, you know what, these young guys are going all well, so we'll form a youngers. Because everyone's doing youngers now. You got younger So Solid, you got this. We'll do a younger mob. So I was the DJ for younger mob. Then it just kept escalating from there. And then, you know, as you get older, everyone goes to college and so forth. I started picking up little bookings in bars and so forth.
Okay.
Then went off to university. I went to Luton University. Then from there I started doing the student DJing. But at the same time, going back just about a year before university, I was doing a few bars and cities, and that's where I met Ori Styler.
Okay.
He just came up to me and said, "Can I mic for you?" I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
But I actually knew him from Bigger Fish back in the day, when you're doing
okay.
the DJing and that side of things as well.
Yeah.
So from there we went to I went to Luton. I was a student DJ there. Managed to do the Monday night residencies, and I also did the Saturday night R&B room.
Okay.
So I brought Styler in, and then I also met Butch Cassidy up there. And he was a sort of an entertainment group in the Grand Ends.
Okay. Yeah.
So me and Ori kind of took that on, and kind of pioneered that. And Ori was my mic man, and I was DJing up in Luton for a good hot minute. Ori was just shutting down the Luton and so forth, whilst doing a few bookings down here as well. Continuing on, there was on at the same time I was on Pirate still. I was on Platinum FM.
Wow.
Them days.
Proper
Platinum FM. So I was actually on there. And then I went over to Alliance FM because I thought, you know what, I need a different audience. I've been playing in Northwest London for ages. I know the bandwidth reached more, but let me go to the other side of London, because that's what other people do. Let me see if I get anything from that. But to be honest, it wasn't very fruitful there. So
fair enough.
Coming back over to here, and then that's when Ori decided he just wanted to stop actually hosting and go into comedy.
Okay.
So I said, alright, I'll continue the DJing thing. University finished, I moved down here. That was probably one of the most difficult years of my DJ life.
Okay. And that just bookings dried up, or?
Bookings dried up, because like, you be DJing in Luton, you had a few bookings in London, but you're not connected down here.
Right, okay,
Even though Luton's only 20 miles up that way, you're not connected down here no more. So it was hard to get back into it.
Mhm.
So at that stage, I think Ori was getting into more like radio, doing more comedy, and then he was doing tours.
Right.
I became the DJ. We was doing events together for ourselves. So we started Chill,
Yep.
which is literally come chill, bowling, music, everything.
Yeah.
And then we started Comedy Mania.
Okay.
And then Comedy Mania started growing, and we started doing tours.
Massive now, isn't it?
Become his official tour DJ.
Right. Yeah.
He gets into the Beat London
Mhm.
and starts doing the breakfast shows there. And not gonna lie, got a little bring in on that one. And then said,
Yeah.
X-Rated, can he get a show?
Yeah.
And I managed to get a show on there on a. For the first time in my life, I was thinking, wow, I'm on a legal station. Like,
Mhm.
you know, I've been DJ since 13, and I'm like 26 now, and I'm on a legal station.
Yeah.
It's taken me this long, but it felt beautiful. And I haven't looked back since. I've been moved from different shows. I went from later.
Mhm.
I was on a late show from, I think it was 11 till 1,
Okay.
and that was just literally a 3-hour house show.
Right.
A lot of people look at it. I think it was on a Thursday as well. A lot of
Mhm.
people look at it as like graveyard shift.
Mm.
I just thought, nah, this is the time for house. This is the time for it.
Yeah.
So I took it with pride and passion.
Mhm.
And then from that, they realised I've got quite a few listeners from that. So they said,
Mhm.
all right, we'll put you earlier.
Yeah.
So I started doing 9 to 11. That picked up an audience as well,
Mhm.
to the point they said, right, we need to stick you right after drive time.
Okay.
Because you're a mix show,
Yeah.
you can't go during the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't.
Of course.
But if you do an hour, like phasing off from drive time, so still presenting, and then the rest of your show, your mix show. And that's been my format for the last, I say 3 years.
Wow.
On the station, and
Yeah.
I've just been building it.
Mhm.
Present day, doing a load of residencies now, doing still on the Beat London,
Mhm.
and literally just grinding away, just doing private bookings. That's the key.
Yeah.
Is private bookings. If you can keep those from the events that you're doing,
Mhm.
you know, reach out to people. If people are talking to you, it's very easy to fall into the ignorant DJ trap.
Mhm.
With your head down,
Yeah.
always keep your head up. That's one thing I've always learned, and talk to people, because you don't know what can come off the back of it.
Okay.
And through just talking to people just saying, that was a really good set,
Yeah.
that was wicked, I really enjoyed my night.
Mm.
Comes a DM or a phone call, it's like, oh, can you do a birthday party,
Yeah.
or could you do a christening?
Mhm.
I was actually doing a show at Ori's last year on one of his birthday tours,
Mhm.
and I managed to get on the back of that, I got a booking for a wedding.
Right. Okay.
They said, you know what, you played everything we wanted to hear,
Yeah.
we want this at our wedding.
So.
And it's just
Yeah,
like
so,
that
yeah.
feeling to get a booking off the back of a booking.
Yeah.
It's just like, this
Yeah,
is
of
why
course.
we do it.
Mhm.
But that's not also the reason why you do it as well. For me, no money amount of the world could amount to getting that perfect song, the
Yeah.
perfect mix,
Yeah.
and seeing that crowd respond. It's not worth any sort of money in the world.
Definitely, I agree with that 100%.
But yeah,
Especially for weddings.
the weddings.
Especially for weddings. I do love a good wedding.
Yeah, definitely. And then you do the thing where obviously everyone does the candy, but I do a thing with them now where it's like, all right, everyone should know the candy by now. We'll
Yeah.
start with candy,
Yeah.
but we're gonna gradually get faster.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm getting them doing candy to jungle.
Mhm.
To the point they were shuffling and shuffling it. Yeah, so,
Yeah. Cool.
but yeah, that's well, this is my journey to now.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
That's the timeline.
that's a pretty full and detailed journey, to be honest with you.
I actually missed out quite a few stuff when I think about it.
Yeah.
Going back to 18, 19,
Yeah.
actually no, it weren't 18, 19. Whilst I was at university,
Mhm.
I met New Brand Flex there.
Okay.
And that was like Boyar and Saskiller and so forth.
Mm.
And because I was a student DJ there, they're like, you know what? And they formed New Brand Flex in the university at the time. They're like, you know what? You're a big DJ. We're taking you to Iron Napa. So I was actually in Iron Napa for about 3 weeks with them.
Wow.
And that was crazy. That's where I met like J&E, Skepta.
Mm.
This was like 2007.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're talking about 10 years
Yeah.
ago. 10 years ago.
Savage
So yeah,
fun,
2007. That's where I met there, and I was DJing out there for a bit. Then the year after that, I went up to Ibiza to do just a few little sessions there and there. But as we was talking off camera earlier, Ibiza's a tough place to break. You realise very quickly as a DJ starting out there, you're going to have to do a lot of sets for free, and that just wasn't my cup of cloth for me.
Alright, cool. So with that, kind of just as you touched on Ibiza,
Yeah.
if we talk about what are your opinions on the current DJ space, like things that you think are currently good at the moment, you think things that need improvement and working on?
Well, in the current DJ space, I think it's at a time where it's the best it's ever been in terms of equipment, in terms of accessibility to music, and in terms of being creative with mixes.
Yeah.
However, what it has uprisen is, I like to call it the iPhone generation of DJing, where everyone thinks they can do it.
Right, yeah.
Because they might know someone who does it, they have an opinion on how a set should go or what song should be played.
Yeah.
Where it's a lot deeper than that as a DJ.
Yeah.
It's not just me pressing play. Do you know what I mean? So my opinion on it, as I said, it's great. You know, the days I remember running for buses with 2 record boxes. You know, whereas now, but now I've got my laptop. I've got a terabyte hard drive which has a whole load of songs on it.
Yeah.
And I could actually take it back to the days when I had records and I used to say, do you know what, I want to mix this song, and this song, but I want to do it in a certain way where it sounds like a remix.
Right.
You could do that with Serato now. It allows you to get that freedom back. They've even brought back being able to use vinyl with the Serato and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think right now the industry is great. There's a better, I'll be honest, I think most DJs would agree there is a industry of DJs out there that are into pre-mixes.
Yep.
And that doesn't cut it for me.
Yeah.
Because in order to call yourself a disc jockey, you have to jockey them discs. You have to ride those discs. It can't be a pre-made thing in a studio. It can't be a pre-made thing in a studio.
Yeah.
So in order to call yourself a DJ, you've got to beat match.
Yeah.
You've got to select the song. I know back into like reggae days, it's like, yeah, you've got your selector and you have your DJ. Fine, but them two are working in unison as a one sound. You get me? Whereas, as I said, like, you know, like, I'm not gonna drop names into it because that's not fair. It's an open discussion, which probably people can make. But there's like chart DJs that are out there throwing their hands in the air, like that.
But they're mixing.
But they're not mixing nothing. It's been out people on Facebook where people are DJing. And the decks ain't even on.
I've seen them videos.
So it's just like, that's the culture that is created now, which doesn't make me happy. It makes it devalues what we do, which is what doesn't make me happy about it.
Okay.
And it takes away from the real DJs.
Yeah. Especially, but I think the good thing is that I think there's only so much time where you can be like that fake DJ.
Yeah.
Because after a while, when you start going, like if you had to do a 5-hour set, I know that you could do that easy. Whereas the fake DJs, they probably get to 3 hours and then struggle for the last 2 or stuff like that. So
exactly so. But then I've seen the experience of it where it's a bar, with the bar that I play at now, Geo Bar. There was an event there, and one of the DJs, the promoters brought a DJ in. Okay. And they had a playlist.
All right.
And someone asked them if they could change the music, and they said, "Sorry, I can't. I'm playing off the playlist."
I don't get
then you're no better than an iPod.
Yeah. Exactly.
literally, you're Spotify.
Yeah. Exactly, because it's like you can't play anything inside that playlist.
You can't deviate from that.
Yeah, there's no point.
There's no point. You've got to be able to read the crowd. You've got to be able to know what people want 2 songs later, whilst this song is playing. Yeah. You have to. You've got to be forward thinking as a DJ, and you've got to know how you're beginning your night, what your middle of your night's going to look like, and what the end of your night's going to look like. You don't have to plan every set like back in the day. You used to put records in certain order and certain things, because it's so open now, and you can access remote access and I ain't got this song, alright, remote Wi-Fi, quickly download it back. It's in my inbox in under a minute. Yeah. Do you know, that request that you didn't have, you now have it. Yeah. That's what I love about it. But it's I
like even the fact when you don't have the song, but there's no access to Wi-Fi, but you can still keep the crowd happy because you know you've got songs in the list that were similar
to it, also forth. Exactly so. You're keeping the vibe, you're keeping that genre, you've been able to, you know, read what people want. So that's I'd say one of the key things.
Cool. All right. So in terms of the radio space for you, and obviously you do a few other bits as well. Yeah. But just in terms of the radio space, what do you think, in your opinion, would make a good show
for radio? Yeah. What makes a good show? Someone who can speak. First of all, that is most important. Yes, I used to go into a trap where they say one thing or two things, give up the phone line, and then switch off the mic, and I'm just mixing throughout. I'll have listeners, but I'm not keeping listeners. Okay. And in order to keep listeners, there needs to be a voice attached to the show. Even if you're doing a solid hour of mixing, you still need to come on maybe every 15 minutes to say what people are listening to, who they're listening to, in order to get yourself out there. Because otherwise you're doing it for nothing. So what makes a good radio show for me is being able to speak, whether that's confidently, with clarity. So your enunciation has to be great. You can't be on the mic blurring to a national. If you're looking at national scale, you can't be blurbing on BBC One, Radio One, should I say? And most important of all is know when to shut up. Because you can talk, but it's also knowing when to shut up.
Just let the music play.
Let the music play. And if you have a certain selection of songs, you can probably get away with not talking for 20-30 minutes. However, don't forget to actually come back to the microphone. Selection is key. That's very key for a good radio show, because radio is, I feel, a way to. Well, a lot of DJs see it as practice session. No, it's not a practice session. It's a presentation to the public. You won't get this amount of listeners in one space. DJing in Camden or DJing, do you know what I mean? You're not going to get this amount of people in their comfort zone listening to you. So it's a presentation show, and you've got to present. You've got to select the right songs that are current, but also educate them with maybe new tracks that they're not going to hear for probably in the clubs for another month. The common thing that most proper DJs will know, if you're DJing in a residency as well, if you know that you're dropping a new tune, alright, I'll give you a tune. Bruno Mars and Cardi B, Finesse. That dropped. I had that literally the day it dropped. I played it in the club the next day. People are looking at me, what the hell are you playing, bruv? 4 weeks later, oh, have you got that Cardi B in? When I played it 4 weeks ago, you looked at me like I was a numbskull. You want the song, but it's just how it goes. But yes, going back to that, you need to educate them on what's going to be new, what's going to be hot. And if you've got a good ear for that, then you'll have a hot show on that basis. Because people will always look to your show for fresh music. Regardless of what other stuff is in the background. So that's one thing I would say makes a good show. It also all depends on what type of show you're going for, because if you've got a daytime show, you're not exactly going to be mixing throughout. You got to have your content. Most of your songs are going to be playlisted to whatever's current anyway, so you don't have to worry about the music. So it's more about you as your personality. How can you sell yourself on radio to make people stay with you? And that's what that is. Whereas if you're doing a mix show, it's more about your talent and craft. It's more about, alright, this is a DJ. He's showing me what he can do and how he presents on a weekly basis. He's showing me what current songs are out there, what old school tracks are out there, and that's what I believe a mix show should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? An amalgamation of everything, basically, being the daytime and evening in one.
Yeah.
Basically.
Cool. Alright, cool. That's definitely some good advice for up and comers out there, because I think there are a lot of DJs who kind of delve into different space. A lot of them coming through now want to be big club DJs.
Yeah.
But I suppose they need to see like different avenues, because again, not DJing is for a lot of people.
Yes.
But they just have to know where to DJ.
Yeah, where
Some-
to DJ, where your
yeah.
space in the market is, because DJ a lot of people can DJ. The
Mhm.
market is so big
Mhm.
for DJs,
Yeah.
especially with the wide range of genre that's out there.
Mhm.
However, you got to know your lane
Yeah,
in DJing.
100%.
You got to know when, alright, it comes to a certain amount where you've been DJing for a certain time, and you know, alright, I'm good as a radio DJ, but in a club I don't perform as well.
Yeah.
Or you could be like, some people are all rounders.
Yeah.
Some people are all rounders and just beast at it. Some people are on radio because of how good they do on the clubs. Some people are in the clubs because of how likable they are on radio.
Yeah.
So it is a mixed match on that.
Mhm.
But like, you've got to be consistent. That is one of the key things in it, is being consistent.
100%. 100%. Alright, cool. So another thing I want to touch on, obviously, I suppose with your residency now in Geobar,
Yeah.
is that a thing that you created for yourself, or is that you go via a promoter?
Well, no, I didn't go through a promoter. How that worked, massive shout out to Zach, man. He called me one day and he says, I've got a booking for you.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, yeah, it's a noir bar in Weybridge. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, that's a bit out, but money is money and DJing is DJing, and
Yeah.
I love to DJ more than I love money, so let's go. So I went to go and do that, and come to find out who it actually was, the promoter. Not gonna put his name out there, just leave it in the background. But yeah, and he's like, I was like, I know you, and he's like, yeah, I recognise you as well. Played a couple Fridays for him, and he's just like, right, cool, you can stay as a resident at this bar.
Okay.
Stuff didn't work out with him at that bar, just because literally the demographic of the area was a difficult place to get to.
Yeah.
So forth. And then next thing I know, he's actually opened up his own bar.
Right.
And so we've gone up there, and literally because of how consistent and how I played, and literally from DJing in Luton on a Saturday night to sometimes being the only black person in the room.
Right.
Hard to believe in Luton, really, but
Yeah.
it does happen.
Mhm.
Again, it was also with touring with Butch Cassidy and being in Cardiff and being the only black person in a room full of 2,000, apart from Butch Cassidy.
Yeah.
You know, having to play to that sort of audience, you know what I mean, has taught me a lot in order how to be a resident DJ and how to cater to different audiences. So through that, from what I've learned from those years of what I described earlier,
Yeah.
I was able to channel that into being a resident DJ and then bringing old school tracks to new school tracks, to changing up the genre, but then going from one genre to another genre to the point you wouldn't even notice I've changed the genre.
Right, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah, it impressed him to the point. I've been working with him now as a resident for the last 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, nearly 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's brought me over, and I went from doing just the Friday nights, and now I'm doing the Fridays and Saturday nights there now.
Okay.
So it's yeah, it's I'd say it's through a promoter, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But the promoter now owns the club.
Yeah.
But I would also say it's from the hard work of putting in that graft, being reliable, turning up to your set on time.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be late, call ahead
Mhm.
and say, look, this is the situation, this is what time I'll get there for.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna be late, expect to be docked because you're on their time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It's true. I mean, it's one of the things that I've experienced as DJing for the amount of time, especially when I'm having to travel far places. Like I've DJed in Cambridge, I've DJed in Dartford, I've DJed in Leicester.
Yeah.
So I know it's definitely timekeeping is essential,
Yeah.
especially for these clubs because they're expecting 2,000-3,000 people, so they need the music to be on and running by 10
Exactly.
o'clock when doors open.
Exactly.
So definitely, if there are issues, it's always about having that level of communication so that they can work with you.
Exactly.
Much more likely to keep you rather than keeping them in the
Exactly.
dark.
So you know, I mean, it's just for me, it was like not giving anyone a reason to say, do you know what, that DJ is rubbish.
Yeah.
Whether it was a quiet night and there was 10 people in the bar,
Yeah.
to when it was a busy night and there's 300 people in there or more. Do you know what I mean? It's still creating that vibe and still creating that place where it's just, you know what, regardless of what's there, the DJ was good and I had a good time.
Yeah.
That's what I try and bring to the residency now. I like to not feel that's what's kept me there.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. So switching topic slightly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to, I suppose, open the floor for a bit of discussion. Is there any particular topic of DJing that you want to talk about? Any questions that you want to throw my way? Anything like that?
I would say,
Any advice you want to give to new DJs coming up?
one thing, I mean, yeah, just any DJ coming up, just perfect your craft. Perfect your craft, invest in your equipment, invest in yourself. You can DJ on a cheap,
Yeah.
but don't look to stay in that cheap. Look to use that booking money to elevate your skills, elevate your craft,
Yeah.
and be better.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there was I think it was just before the Serato where there was a generation of virtual DJs where you could just press sync and it mixes.
Yep.
And people were happy with just buying maybe a £200 laptop and a £100 little controller, and it's just like, okay, that's great to start on,
Yeah.
but don't
Stay there. Basically.
don't stay there,
Yeah.
or like don't then start talking to a DJ that's been DJing 15 years with the better equipment and trying to challenge him where you could be good,
Yeah.
but you're not on that experience or level yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of feel where, like, again, the rise of the £50 DJs, where they've come up
Yeah.
and taken a lot of, like, off the main DJs' plates.
Yeah.
A lot of people could look that other way as well, and look the other way and say, well, maybe that's an area where you could have, like, tapped into that market. Maybe it's something where you're lacking.
Yeah.
But then that brings on the question: who's booking them?
Right.
What are their expectations then? What are they paying for?
Yeah.
What do they want for their money?
Yeah.
And that's again the rise of the greedy promoter,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he wants maximum for minimum, and you know it does affect the scene. That's if I was to say anything, that's one of my main gripes as a DJ. Is just how some of the scene is going right now. If everyone could just take it back some years, man,
Yeah.
where you pay the DJ for his craft, regardless of what the promoter's job is to promote.
Yeah.
The DJ has a crowd, great.
Yeah.
If you've decided to book that DJ because you think he's a good DJ, then pay him his money.
Yeah.
You know, if I booked a plumber because I heard he's a good plumber, I'm not gonna let him do the job and say, do you know what? I didn't have enough money this month, let me give you a little £20 still, and maybe I'll book you again for our next job. Like, it can't run like that. It can't run like that. You can't go into Pizza Hut, buy a pizza and say, do you know what, I'll give you 50p for that. I don't want the rest. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for your things. So pay the man his money.
I hear that.
Whether you're a promoter or if you're another DJ putting on the event and it's your brethren you're bringing in, even if it's your brethren you're bringing him in, pay the man his money. Even if it's his petrol, give him something. Give him something, man.
Alright, cool. So in terms of music itself,
Yeah.
what are you listening to overall? Like,
It's difficult because I have. If anyone asks me, I say house. House is my personal choice of music.
Okay.
However, if you ask me when was the last time you sat down and listened to house, I'm going to be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably when I last DJed on my show.
Right, okay.
But because of when I'm doing my shows now and I'm doing the residencies, I have to listen to an array of music to know what's coming out, what's hot. Like right now, I've got the Jay-Z, Beyonce, Nas album, Kanye West album.
Yeah.
all playing in the car, but it's just like I have to go over these tracks to know which are going to be future bangers and so forth. Yeah, I listen to it and I like it. I might not like all of it, but I have to listen to it in order to stay current. So in terms of what I prefer to listen to, that kind of goes, I kind of feel as a DJ that goes out the window.
Right, okay. You're just more doing music research as opposed to...
Correctly so. I think the only time I might get to really listen to something of my preference, probably like on the way to like my 9 to 5.
Right, okay.
Which is another thing I'd also say as well, is even though DJing, it can get you off on there, hold something on the side of DJing, because one thing I've always learned is you can have a booking this minute and the next minute it's gone. Literally, you could be promised to be paid £300 for a booking, and you'd be like, this is a sick booking. You start telling all your friends and everything, and then you get that call 9:30 and your set's at 11. You're like, you know what? We're not going to make enough tonight, so I'm cancelling half on the DJs.
You know what? It's happened to me. That's why I'm laughing, because it's actually happened to me. Like, it was through my own fault, but I mean, I've always done something on the side, but it's happened to me in the sense of I had a booking, and then the following week I didn't have one, so it was like, right, okay, it's a good thing I still have my 9 to 5.
There you go, because you can.
So I've got something to fall back on.
Exactly.
If
you do get to a level where it's getting in the way of your 9 to 5, then by all means, as long as it's past that threshold for what you was earning on your 9 to 5.
Yeah, for real.
But then again, if you've got to look at what avenue is best for you, you know what I mean? But that's what I would advise on that.
Okay, cool. Alright, so another thing I do with DJs is almost like a little challenge. I give them 3 scenarios, and then basically pick a track for each scenarios.
Okay.
Each one of the scenarios. Alright, so scenario 1 is, what is like your morning track, like your first track that you play in the morning when you're getting up and getting ready to go out there and conquer the world?
I had one, I don't anymore. I had one, it was around my university time. It was Kanye West, Good Morning. Literally, Good Morning. And it's the way it used to be my alarm, but I used to let my alarm play. I'd be awake, but I let my alarm play, because it's like, this is my rising sign tune. Because it was a song for morning. But what he was talking about, it was, you know, wake up within yourself, like stop slacking, go out there, go get it. And that's what was my motivation. So, that was that.
Okay, cool. Scenario 2 is, you are alright. So for work, obviously your job is pretty much mobile as opposed to sitting at a desk. So what's like your 3-4 o'clock tune that you play, like say like you've got an hour left, so you're just looking forward to just banging out that last hour before you head back?
I think that's probably where I draw for something a bit more hype. I might draw for like a drought-free Lil Wayne. Or might draw for I might draw for like a hype Drake track, or I might even draw for like Jay-Z Blueprint, like that track. Not the album, I'm talking about the track Blueprint. That will hype anyone up. I don't know about me. I should hype anyone up to, like, you know, just get them on their little swag.
Cool.
But
okay, cool. And then last scenario is, what's your kind of like your wind down track? So you come in, you eating dinner, you got that little hour before you get ready to head to sleep or whatever. So what's like kind of your wind down track that you listen to?
I definitely like to listen to, for example, if I'm trying to wind down, this could be whether I'm winding at home or I've just had a day of like the perfect scenario. I'm going to change that scenario. That's, you've had a heavy day DJing. All day playing bangers, R&B, hip hop, everything. Loud music in your ear. You're driving home. What do you play? That's my scenario. That's similar to chilling down. That's for me. I look for something like Sampha, something easy listening, something a bit more easy toned. I look at Magic Jordan, like those sort of just easy listening, cool beach, chill out vibe. That's what I would listen to, or that's where I might draw for my soulful house.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, when I'm when I was finishing my thing, I used to just put on Smooth FM, you know.
Yeah.
Just put on Smooth FM and just listen to it on the cruise
You know,
back.
I can't listen to Smooth FM. I used to work in a car showroom and that was on in the background all day. I can't, even to this day, I can't listen to Smooth FM.
It's driving you crazy.
It just drives me crazy.
Man.
I haven't got a particular track, but I've got a genre
Yeah.
that because I also play American football as well.
Okay.
So I play Grime before I go on the field.
Yeah.
Because that just gets me, that takes me back in the day when I was a high young teenager. That just gets me gassed. It's just, I think two particular songs actually I could actually go into.
Yeah.
DWE Frontline, that gets me on it.
Yeah.
There's a new one, it's called David Rodigan,
Okay.
and that was with Dirty Goods on it.
Okay.
And it's bad tune. If you know about that tune, you know.
Alright, say no more. Say no more. Cool. All right. Cool. So we're gonna look to wrap up now. So is there anything you wanna promote? Socials, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you can follow me at DJ-XRATED _. That's what should be on all socials.
Mm-hmm.
The Mixcloud is also DJ-XRATED _. It should be on there as well. Just get at me. I'm accessible, man. I'm easily approachable, so you can chat to me if you want to, in terms of bookings, whether it's advice, whether it's graphic design. I do that too.
Yeah.
Look up for the Comedy Mania tours. That's happening, and the Weekenders. We're doing Weekender. We did a Weekender this year. That was wicked.
I saw that. I think Cinderella played there.
Cinderella was there as well. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Cinderella. So just get at me. I'm always active, so keep up on the socials to see what I'm up to.
Alright, cool. Listen, man, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Anytime, bro.
Love. Yeah, man. So as I said, I'll leave all the details in the link in the description of the phone, of the YouTube video. On the iTunes, there'll be a link in the description as well. And if you're listening on Anchor, information will be on the link of the podcast. So yeah, man, keep your eyes peeled for the next episode. I've definitely got some great DJs lined up, and it's definitely good to be back. So until next time, peace out.
Thank you.